Hey ecology students, it's Ian Gordon, Brock Library Science Librarian here to give you a hand on identifying and finding materials that may be helping you to do labs, write up assignments, or just give you general information. There's two videos in this series. This is the video on how to find books, electronic books, ebooks, or digital full text books, and open educational resources. The alternate video takes you on a journey to help you to find articles, papers, scholarly materials that may also help you as well. So check that out. Finding books, ebooks in our library is important because there may be a textbook for your library that we have that you haven't found. Textbooks give you background, context, and information about a subject that may be new to you or just supplement or complement. There's no danger in finding books and including that in your lab materials or write-ups. Again, always remember, if in doubt, cite. You don't want to be accused of plagiarism, that's for sure. So in the Brock Library, we have a number of resources that you can be available. The library is here, and there's a number of tools and resources. Go to the Brock Research Guides. And in the Research Guides, look at biological sciences. There's a number of tabs here, how to book a consultation with me, how to email me, give me a hand, how to get help with writing and citing, Zotero, management styles. Here's a guide I've put together of links to how to help you with writing presentations and lab reports, and individual resources that we have in our library in electronic and print form help you to be a better writer, better biologist. Let's go back. There's a number of tools. We're going to talk about articles in a minute with the alternate video, but I really want to look at books and ebooks. Omni is our database to help find materials that we own in our library and are accessible to you. There's a number of databases that you can certainly use. WorldCat helps you to find books irrespective of whether in our library or not around the world. It answers the question, what books were ever available on this particular topic? Google Books is always good to find portions of books that are in electronic digital format that we only have in paper copy or maybe out, or books that aren't available anywhere else. So try Google Books. It's uncertain how they find things, but if you're looking for a book that we don't own, or a book that's out, or a book that's in print, always search Google Books and see how much content is available. Let's search Omni, which is on our homepage, and I always search the advanced screen option. It says, what are you looking for? So you want to look for Omni, and you say, well, let's look for a book in our library that we do own. Introduction to Population Ecology. And I want to look for it because I know that's the title and the exact title of what I'm looking for. And I know it's an ebook or a book. It's not an article, it's not a journal, it's not a streaming video, so I click on here. So I'm looking for this particular book in our library. It does come up. There's two entries. Well, it's a duplicate entry. But if you find a book in our library, look at it and see what it says to you. We give you a summary, sometimes a description, a list of tables of contents. This says textbooks, which is kind of rare. They usually don't do that. But you click on the full text of this book and download it and read it and take sections or screenshots and cite materials for it for a lab presentation, or an article. So there's one book. I knew it was there because I'd looked for it. Anytime you find a book in our library, you can always tag it, and you can add this item when you've actually signed into your account. So make sure you sign into your account as you do this, because what it does is it tracks what you cited and put to one side, irrespective of how long you're looking for books. So here's a book, Animal Population. So this particular book has 4 proper subjects. And so we'll click this, and it looks for the subject as books and finds out that there are 408 books with this particular subject. In ecology, it's hard to know what's the exact subject for each particular item, because you can look through these books and you search them by title, you can sort them by author, you can look at individual books, but we want to find all the books that have anything to do with animal populations and behavior. And to put a synonym in, or you put another concept, you have to put the or in capitals. We want to also look for all the books that have maybe this words, ecology or ecological. So if you hit Shift 8, put that symbol, it picks up any word with that root as well. I'm looking for books not anywhere, but I want to find them in the titles of books. So all the books with this subject, there's 408. Do any of those books have any of these words, or combinations, or all these words in titles of the book itself or chapters? 64. We can sort for them by title. We can sort for them in let's say the newest to oldest. But in our library, knowing we're challenging times, you can look for print copies, but let's just look for online digital ebooks. So there's 59. Browsing and serendipity is certainly a research methodology. So go through until you find things that are more relevant. You may go through all things and find none of them are relevant. But again, there's the book that we're looking for. Browse through them and identify books that may be of importance to you as well. This looks interesting. You don't know what this is about. When it's an online book, I know I can tag it and put it into my list by clicking on this when I'm signed into my account. You can look at the chapters of the book. You can look at the book itself. So eventually you create a list of items that you're looking for, either emailing them to yourself, citing them, or just browsing them at your own particular topic. So there you go in our library. Let me just repeat this. Research guides, biological sciences, books and ebooks, and pick on Omni to search for books that are in our particular library. Read them, use them, and cite them. That's important as well. The other one I want to show you are open educational resources, or OERs as they're called. There's a list here that you can look at of tools that you can use to search. I've put together in the guide a list that I think work best, but each one of these sites or databases has links to, like Omni, a database that helps you to identify resources. There's certain collections. These are too good. I like this OER meta finder. So I put the words animal ecology, population, grassland. You can click on all these open versions. So it looks for all these at once and let's press enter. Takes a minute. Like any database, you can sort by systems and biology, but each one of these is an open educational resource, which could be a video, a series of lecture notes, but more importantly, they're usually textbooks other authors or lecturers or faculty have put together for certain courses. You can click on them and download them and look at them. You can follow the instructions and they actually work well. The other tool is this one, OERs. It's interesting. Let's try animal behavior and let's search to see what we get here. It found 10 results, and then you can use the filters like any to where they are, what they are. TED Talks, you can look at textbooks. I use this one that worked well. Let's go back. Let's find textbooks that deal with the subject of ecology. So broad words, combinations of words, the results you'll get are as only good as the terms that you use. Qualitative ecology, principles of ecology. Let's look at this particular book. And it comes up, it may present chapters like this, maybe a table of contents. You're more than look at any one of these sorts of things, but again, you're searching through these by diagrams and words that they've provided to you to find full text sources that may be important to you. Usually good OERs have explanations, figures, citations, diagrams, lists of reference at the end. So these may be invaluable to you. Again, use Omni to find books and electronic books in our library. They may be important for you. Search specifically or broadly. Be certain in clicking here to find out what other open educational resources are available using these two guides as first, but there's a number of tools you can search. Again, the results you get is only good as the words that you use, but you will, I'll bet, find something that's perfect, acts like a textbook, and may help you supplement or complement the labs you're doing, the presentations you may be doing, and just generally inform you of great things as well. So again, check out the other video on how to find journal articles. Hoping you have a productive year, and thanks for watching.